Damn it, in this video I'm going to talk to you about the 5 mistakes you're probably making in the gym. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris with the BODDAMN channel. This channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. In this video, we're going to talk about the mistakes that you're probably making in the gym. I'm going to give you 5 of them here on this video. The reason why I'm making this video is because, it can be really frustrating when you're not getting your goals in the gym. We all know that the more frustrated you get, the less likely you are to succeed at whatever you're working on. So that's the reason why I'm making this video. Make sure you're subscribed and don't forget to hit the like button for more awesome BODDAMN content. So the reason number 1 is listening to music in headphones specifically, because most of the gyms that you go to around the world are going to have, it's probably going to have music playing on the speakers up top. But I'm talking about specifically music in your ears. And the reason why is because it's really hard to get the mind-muscle connection. That's one of the most elusive things in fitness to attain. And if you want muscles, if you want to get built, if you want to get shredded in half the amount of time, you really need to work on concentration. And you have to work on the mind-muscle connection. That basically means you have to get your brain literally in the muscle. That's what Arnold Schwarzenegger says. You have to have your brain in the muscle, doing the contraction, lengthening, shortening, and any amount of distraction outside of what should be happening, it pretty much slows down your gains. Another reason why music in a headphone sense is really bad for you is because it makes you not aware of the rest periods. And rest periods are very important when you're trying to get jacked or shredded or even really built. You have to pay attention to rest times because rest times absolutely matter, whether they're shorter on the 30-second side to a minute side, or maybe you're trying to build super high quality muscle and you're taking the time to do it. So you have rest periods of a minute and 30 seconds all the way up to sometimes 5 minutes or something like that. Either way, rest periods are very, very important, and when you get sucked into some good music, a lot of times you have no idea. It's almost like you time warp from point A to point B and you have no recollection of the time that has elapsed. And that's one of the reasons why I never work out with headphones in my ears. Also, it's been proven that listening to loud music in your ears will lead to progressive hearing loss, which is not good at all. Now, progressive hearing loss is not something that you're going to notice immediately. It happens over time and it happens very slowly, but that is definitely linked to having headphones and listening to music a little too loud in your ears, so be careful out there, guys. Now, number 2 is what I kind of said number 1, is not paying attention to your rest periods in general. Maybe you don't even have rest periods and you're kind of just going when you feel like going to your next set or your next exercise. You got to pay attention to rest periods. So whether you're building and you're trying to get massive strength, maybe your rest period is going to be in that 2 to 3 minute range. If you're going for more higher reps and a nice contraction, a really good pump, then maybe, and you're supersetting, for example, then maybe you are looking into that 30-second to maybe a minute and 30-second kind of thing. But either way, you have to pay attention to your rest times, because if you don't, basically your body gets cold. And if your body gets cold, then you increase the rate of injury pretty significantly. So you got to pay attention. Bring a stopwatch or bring a watch, right? Or a stopwatch, or look at the clock on the wall. You might be thinking, well, I have a stopwatch on my phone. Isn't that good? Yeah, but the more times that you look into your phone, the more, temptation there is to start checking things and this and that. Adjusting your music, for example, if you just have a hard time breaking away from using headphones. So really, you don't want to be using your phone too much. You want to bring something physical like a watch, or maybe like a stopwatch or something like that, or just using the second hands on the clock that's on the wall in the gym. That'll really help you out when you're trying to hone in your gains and trying to get results in half the amount of time. So pay attention to your rest periods. It's so important. A huge mistake in the gym that I see with a lot of people. Number 3, I kind of hinted about it in number 2, but that is the cell phone itself. The cell phone is the number 1 distraction in America now. It kills so much time, so much productivity. And don't be fooled if you're thinking that the cell phone is actually accentuating your gains in the gym. I guarantee you it's not. On your cell phone, it's really easy to get into daily tasks, respond to people, text people, listen to different music, snap pictures, take videos of all your friends that are doing crazy sets of whatever. Anytime that phone is in your hands, basically you are shorting your gains pretty much immediately. When I go to the gym and I see the people that come in on a regular basis and I see phones in their hand all the time or in between sets all the time, it's almost like you can tell that they never change. Their body never changes, but they're in the gym all the time. I don't get it. I don't understand it. If you're not in the gym to, change somehow over time, then why are you in the gym? It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe for mobility reasons, okay, whatever. But still, if you're going to be in the gym, you want to get the most out of it, you have to be off your phone. It's one of the easiest ways to kill your time. And I don't want you guys to kill your time. I want you to be in and out of the gym in an hour, maybe hour and a half, with a proper warm-up and doing some abs and all that kind of stuff. It starts to take a lot of time. If you're in the gym for 2 to 4 hours, 5 hours, and you're not like a professional, then yeah, that's just not a good idea. You got to be in the gym for about an hour, maybe hour and a half tops, and that's about it. So that cell phone matters all the time. When you're looking to get out an hour or an hour and 30 minutes, if you're on your cell phone in between sets, you're missing your rest periods. Your body's going to get cold. Your rate of potential injury could also climb as well. So my suggestion is maybe write it on a small sticky note or something like that, especially if you're trying to beat previous weeks, maybe times or weights used or reps. Write it down on a sticky note. Like, no one's workout is so complex to where they can't just write it on a sticky note, all right? And if your workout is that complex, maybe you need to rethink your workout. But if you can't write it on a sticky note and maybe use the back of the sticky note, you got problems, all right? So workouts should not be that complicated. And of course, pay attention to your rest periods. Super, super important. All right, number 4, kind of a peculiar one, but not flexing in between your sets. Really important. So say you do a set of dumbbell curls or whatever. When that set is over and you're resting for about a minute, you should spend 20 to 30 seconds posing, okay? Posing and flexing. You might be thinking, this is so stupid. I don't understand. Flexing and posing is a form of isometric contraction, basically. So, it is a form of working out while you're working out. So it's really important. Like, show me one professional out there that goes through a set that never poses afterwards or does a lat spread or something like that, and you might think it looks goofy or whatever, and that's because a majority of people aren't doing it, all right? That's what this video is all about, people making mistakes in the gym. If you want to get the results in half the amount of time, you have to start doing things that not everybody does. So think about posing and flexing in between your sets. You'll also notice a crazy burn the very next day if you do it properly. You'll notice like, wow, like that workout that should hurt a little bit, all of a sudden hurts more the next day. That means the isometric holding that you've done and all the posing actually worked. But that's not the only reason posing is really important or flexing in the mirror after each set. It also keeps the